What's going on, guys, and welcome to my new video, the Kaladesh booster box unboxing. I was very excited. The mail brought this by today instead of tomorrow, so this is a very nice surprise, but we're gonna go ahead and dive right into this. I've opened up a couple packs, won't lie. The hype got to me before I set everything up, and my wife had never opened any before, so she wanted to try her luck, and it worked out pretty well. The couple of rares that we got so far, Dovin Ban, whatever you want to say, you already know. The Fleet Wheel Cruiser, Deadlock Trap, not the best. Ambitious Aetherborn foil, and Aetherworks Marvel. So we got two good rares out of that. Somehow this card got wet. Oh well, at least it wasn't one of the really good ones. But without further ado, let's dive in. Going to basically just do, if you saw the Fat Pack video, just do it how I did that. Just go straight to the rares, mythics, foils, whatever, because you've seen everything else. So why bore you with what you already know? Going through, our rare for this pack is the Skyship Stalker. 4 mana, 3/3 flying. 1 red gets +1/+0 till the end of turn. 1 red gets first strike to the end of turn, and 1 red gains haste till the end of turn. I'm gonna sleeve these up right after I do them, just for reasons. But I personally feel like he has a good place in Standard. Granted, I am saying this from a guy who has not really played Magic in over a year. But in my mind, with how Standard was when I left, he would be played, or in a deck that I would play anyway. But moving on, we have our rare for this pack is Eliminate the Competition. 5 mana, sorcery, as additional cost to cast Eliminate the Competition, sacrifice X creatures, and you destroy X creatures. And we got a foil, and it is the Aether Hub. It's just basically the land that gives energy, and you can store energy. And we got a Chandra Emblem. Hopefully that's a little bit of foreshadowing. And we get her in this. I would not be mad with opening multiple Planeswalkers, that's for sure. Last time I opened a booster box was Innistrad, and I did not get very lucky. So hopefully we can keep that going, or not keep that going. All right, next pack. Skip right on back here. I'm not even going to begin to try and pronounce this. But anyway, 4 mana artifact. If an artifact creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers a second time. I've seen this referred to as the birthing pod replacement. I wouldn't go that far, but we'll see. Then again, since it was banned long ago, we'll see what happens. But W season has been seeming to make a show again. Oh, and our rare for this one is the Concealed Courtyard, our first land. The black-white lands. Not much to really say about that. Takes me back to the good old days of the Scars lands. Back when I was a noob and chose my decks based on if I had one of a land or not. So next pack, our rare. Ooh, Our rare is actually mythic, the Angel Invention. 5 mana, 2/1. It's kind of gross. Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink. Those are nice. Fabricate 2. When this creature enters the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, or create 2 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature tokens. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. So it's a high cost body that you can pump if you want. Create guys, and other creatures get +1/+1. I personally would probably always choose the part of Fabricate to make the guys, but that's just me, and I suck. Cool, so what can I say? Not sure how valuable she is. Probably not that high, considering everything else that people are after, but... Next pack. Our rare is Midnight Oil. 2 costing in Black Enchantment. Midnight Oil enters the battlefield with 7 hour counters on it. At the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card and remove 2 hour counters from Midnight Oil. Your maximum hand size is equal to the number of hour counters on Midnight Oil. Whenever you discard a card, you lose 1 life. I feel like there's some weird as hell way to make this card amazing. I personally don't see it, but I'm not a genius or a guy who spends more than 5 times at a time thinking about Magic, so what can you do? A rare for our next pack is Key to the City. It's a 2 casting cost artifact. Tap and discard a card. Look at up to 1 target creature cannot be blocked this turn. Whenever Key to the City becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. Not a bad way to cycle through, I guess. Not particularly good either, but can't ask for too much. Moving on, next pack is one that I've been extremely excited about. Madcap Experiment. I see a lot of Storm deck, combo decks using this. It's a 4-cost sorcery. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. Madcap Experiment deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. I've heard the name Blightsteel Colossus mentioned a few times, but this seems to be the only real, instant payoff, instant win type of thing. But we'll see what crazy things people come up with. Okay, our rare is another mythic. We got the Blue Gearhulk. It's a 6-cost 5/6 with flash. When he enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card will be put into the graveyard this turn, if that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Sorry, I had a moment, if you'll forgive me. But basically an incredibly expensive Snapcaster Mage. But, I mean, and it's instant only, which is, yeah. And we also got a foil takedown. Gotten a couple foils already so far, so not too bad. Still waiting on those Masterpiece cards or the foil Chandras myself, but we'll see. Doubt it. Heard people opening case after case after case, not getting one. Me with my one little box. Rare for this pack, Aetherstorm Rock. It's a 4-cost white bird creature. 4-cost 3/3 flying. When Aetherstorm Rock or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, get 1 energy counter. Whenever he attacks, you may pay 2 energy. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on it and tap up to 1 target creature defending player controls. Not a bad 4-drop in my opinion. And we got yet another foil. This is Skyweller's Shot. I think that's our 3rd or 4th foil, I think. Next one is Multiform Wonder. It's a 5-cost artifact creature, 3/3. When he enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy counters. You pay 1, and he gains your choice of Flying, Visions, Life, or Lifelink until the end of turn. Pay 1, he gets +2, -2, or -2, +2 until the end of turn. I personally really like him. Really, really do. Play the land with energy, or basically just an energy themed deck. I see him working out really well. Next one, we have a rare I've gotten before, Cultivator of Blades. 5-costing Elf Artificer. It's a 1/1 with Fabricate 2. When Cultivator of Blades attacks, you may have other attacking creatures you control that get +X/+X to the end of turn, where X is Cultivator of Blades power. Now, obviously, you'd be enticed to Fabricate to where you put the counters on, but I prefer to have a field full of guys, so I would probably go the opposite direction. But overall, me personally, I feel like she costs way too much for what she does. That's my opinion. It's usually wrong, but still. This is a card that I'm just baffled by. Captured by the Consulate. It is a 4-cost enchantment. Enchant creature you don't control. That creature cannot attack, but can still block. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if it has a single target, change the target of enchanted creature if able. So it kind of pseudo makes... I don't know. I was trying to think of a nice reference I could make, but I really couldn't. But it's pacifism that costs a lot and has a downside. So make that pacifism with 2 downsides. Our next rare is Aether Squall Ancient. A 7-costing Leviathan creature. It's a 6/6 with flying. Beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy. Goes back to that guy from before. You may pay 2, 4, 6, 8 energy. Return all other creatures to their owner's hand. Activate this ability only anytime you can play a sorcery. Nice little bomb at the end of the game to steer things your way. If that, there's probably, for 7 mana, there's probably a lot more you could be doing with your time. Alright, moving on. Next pack has an animation module. It's a 1-cost artifact. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are placed on a permanent you control, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. 3 and tap it. Choose a counter on target permanent or player. Give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. So. Nice little token generation with somewhat built-in proliferates. Proliferate takes me back to Infect before Infect got amazing. So, good old days. Here we have Padim, I think that's right. Council of Innovation. 4-costing Vidalcan Artificer. 1/4. Artifacts you control have hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, If you control the artifact with the highest converted mana cost or tied for the highest converted mana cost, draw a card. He's interesting. I won't lie. I would probably put him in EDH more than anything. But, oh, I did not even see this. Got us a nice little foil there. It's number 5 or 6 right there on foils. Now, if only one of them were what we're looking for. Wishful thinking, I don't know. And our rare is Bristling Hydra because there has to be a Hydra in every single set ever. 4 cost, 4/3 Hydra. When he enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. I like how you get 3 energy for 4 converted mana cost. Pay 3 energy, put a 1/1 counter on Bristling Hydra, gains hexproof until the end of turn. If only he had trample. If only he had trample. But I suppose beggars can't be choosers. Quick side note, I love how goblins have made a return. It's great. Our next rare, Fumigate. 5 cost sorcery. Destroyed all creatures. You gain 1 life for creatures destroyed this way. Standard wrath effect. Nothing too special. I do like how they tacked on the 1 life for every creature destroyed that way. As if, I guess that's their way of justifying the 5 mana cost. Architect of the Untamed is our rare for this next one. It's a 3 costing legendary elf druid, 2/3. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain an energy. Pay 2, 4, 6, 8 energy. Create a 6/6 colorless beast artifact creature token. I feel like the way to get energy is great. Don't get me wrong. I feel like having to pay 8 energy for, you know, a token like that, a little excessive, but she hasn't been, I'm only saying that because she has not been broken yet. Give it time, it'll happen. Here's one, here's a legendary I'm excited about. Was that Ovaya Peshiri, Sage Lifecrafter? She's a 1 cost Hujan Artificer, legendary creature. She's a 1/2. 3 and tapper, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. 5 and tapper, create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token where X is the number of creatures you control. I feel like with all the token generators, she'll be quite good. Next one is Aetherflux Reservoir. I'm excited about this card because I've seen a couple deck techs of standard Storm decks, which I'm excited about if I ever get to play. And it revolves around this. It's a 4 cost artifact. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell that you have cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aetherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player because you would target a creature with this. But basically, it was pay things that make your artifacts cost 0, play cards, bounce them, play them again, bounce them, play them again. With that out, obviously. Oh, okay. We got Lost Legacy. 3 cost sorcery. Basically, it's surgical extraction and other effects like that, but name a non-artifact, non-land card, search targets, target players, graveyard, hand, library for any number of cards with that name, exile it. Player shuffles his or her library, then draws a card for each card exiled this way. So, interesting, but it leaves quite a bit to be desired. And this must be the day for the white-black lands for me. Got a Concealed Courtyard foil. Don't know if you can tell that is foil, but there we go. Excellent. I was beginning to get worried I was only going to get one land, but only a few packs left. Haven't gotten our Masterpiece card yet. I know it's in here though. I'm optimistic. Or foil Chandra. I'm also optimistic about that. Here we have Territorial Gorger as our rare. A 3-cost gremlin creature. 2/2 with trample. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, Territorial Gorger gets +2/+2 till the end of turn. Very excited about this. Apparently other people are as well, just because of the sheer ability that you have to get energy. Red-green. Use that with the land comes in the battlefield. Get energy, yeah. And here we have Confiscation Coup. Is a 5-costing sorcery. Choose target artifact or creature, then you get 4 energy. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. If you do, you gain control of it. And I like how it's not till the end of turn or till blah 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 happens, but you get it. Worst case, you attack them with it, or you attack them with it, kill them with it, or you force them to kill it. Saheeli's Artistry is our next rare. I actually don't remember this one from the spoilers, but it is a 6-cost sorcery. Choose one or both. I find that wording kind of funny at times, but create a token that is a copy of target artifact. Create a token that is a copy of target creature, except it is an artifact in addition to the types. So you have the option of getting 2 artifacts or 1 or 2 creatures, and I don't feel like 6 mana is overcharged for it just because of the potential that it has, but good way to turn the game around. And here we have, to go with our Planeswalker, a Dovin token. And our rare is the black-green land, Blooming Marsh. Really like the artwork on that. I think it fits the colors that you're getting very nicely. So we're at 3 lands total, not too bad. I think that's the average number that people get per box, or supposed to get per box. Next up, we have Inventor's Fair, another land. It's a legendary land this time. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. Tap to add colorless to your mana pool. 4 and tap, sacrifice Inventor's Fair, exert your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it to your hand, shuffle your library. Activate this ability only if you control 3 or more artifacts. So, great way to dig, I figured. Gain just some life, and it taps for mana, so as a land should do. So, a lot of value there. Our next rare is Authority of the Councils. Don't know what I'm thinking. So 1-cost enchantment. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Great for tokens. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Also good for tokens. Good in general, but you get the idea. We're down to 4 packs. 4 packs. Next rare is one that people have been blowing up about. Scrap Heap Scrounger. 2-cost artifact creature. It is a 3/2, which is great for 2 mana, cannot block. 2 mana, colorless and a black mana, to be more specific. Exile another creature card from your graveyard, return Scrap Heap Scrounger from the graveyard to your battlefield. I feel like that card is very powerful. And apparently everyone else has the same opinion on the matter as well. Next pack, we have Fateful Showdown as our rare. It's a 4-cost instant speed spell. Fateful Showdown deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all the cards in your hand and then draw that many cards. I don't really have anything to say. It is what it is. It seems a little bland to me. But that's just me. That's just me. Our rare next is Dynavolt Tower. 3-cost artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get 2 energy. Tap and pay 5 energy. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Just a quick, easy way to get rid of your stored up energy. Last pack right here. Last pack. Let's see what we got. Our rare is Cultivator's Caravan. A 3-cost artifact vehicle. It's a 5/5 for 3, not bad. With crew 3, so you have to tap creatures that have a total power 3 or more to turn this into a creature to the end of turn. But it also has the ability to have to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So very cheap, gives you mana, and 5/5. Palladium near anyone, except more power. But all in all, that's the end of the booster box. I guess, see, basically the highlights were the Inventor's Fair, the Blooming Marsh, the regular and foil Concealed Courtyard. Very exciting. Then of course all the common foils. The Scrap Heap Scrounger that we got. I'm still, even though I don't think it's worth very much, but Madcap Experiment, very nice. Then we got the Angel of Invention. Dovin Bond, of course. The Boy. The Trample Greenie. Fleet Wheel Cruiser. And really that's about it. I mean, I'm not sure how valuable most of these cards are, but unfortunately, no masterpiece. But there's always next time, I suppose, if I do end up getting more product of this, but we'll have to see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. Got a lot of clutter around me, so pardon the awkward angle. I was going to film it, overhead shot and then camera looking right at me, but it didn't happen that way because my camera started messing up on my computer, so gotta work with what you got. But hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment what you thought below if you liked it, you didn't like it, and we'll see you guys for the next video.